Hi, this is Olensalot, and today I'm going to do another one of my thought chains. It's a technique where my mom taught me to draw pictures of whatever comes to mind, which is why I drew a brain with some dead brain cells, because sometimes dead brain cells are bad, but as you're soon to find out, sometimes it can be fun too. When I sleep at night, I have a condition called sleep apnea. There's lots of reasons why I have sleep apnea, but that's beside the point. When I woke up, I stood up out of my bed and I was really lightheaded and I was like short on oxygen. And when I stood up, I got really dizzy and I almost blacked out this morning. I mean, my vision went all dark and it was like I was looking through a tunnel. And everything in my room looked like it was really far away, and my vision was like all dark and spinning. And I almost fell down. And for some reason, when I was thinking about this and how that happened to me this morning, it reminded me of one time when my friends and I got together and we were wrestling around, and my friend said, "Hey, I want to see if I can make you pass out if I choke you around the throat." I was like, "Okay, cool. That'll be funny." So he put his arm around my neck and started choking me. And all of a sudden I realized I couldn't breathe and I was kind of panicking. And then I did pass out. And my friends, they all left the room because they thought it would be funny if, when I woke up from being passed out, if I didn't know what happened, like I forgot, because I wouldn't know how long I was passed out because they left the room. So when I woke up and looked around, I had no idea what was going on, and I forgot that they passed me out. And to me, it could have been like an hour or two, even though it was only a couple seconds. And I was really freaking out and wondering what happened. And then my friends, they swung the door open and they stuck their head inside the door of the room, and they were laughing at me because they had pulled that prank on me after I'd passed out. And once I got the joke, it was really funny. And then pretty soon, passing people out became like a popular thing at school, to where like lots of people wanted to try it. We had one friend at school who was really funny, and he always was like wanting to get attention and by doing fun things, and everybody really liked him. So he was volunteering to get passed out all the time. So he would breathe really fast and hyperventilate and then hold his breath, and someone would push on his chest against the wall really hard. And when he would let his breath out, he would lose all of his air and he would pass out and fall down on the floor. And everybody standing around thought it was really funny, and he even thought it was funny, so he did it all the time. This one time when our teacher left the classroom, we passed out my friend again against the wall, and he fell down really hard and kind of bumped his head when he hit the floor. And everybody standing around thought it was really funny. He was laying there with his legs all sprawled out. And then this other kid who was kind of mean thought it'd be funny, and he kicked my friend like right in the junk while he was passed out. And for a split second, he opened his eyes and let out a moan and went, "Ah." And then he still laid there and he wasn't waking up. And everybody all of a sudden got really concerned that my friend was gonna die. And so I panicked and I slapped him in the face. And after I slapped him in the face, he woke up. And that almost tragic moment turned into something really funny once again. And he thought it was really funny for a minute, but then once he stood up, he realized that his crotch was hurting really bad for some reason. And he started freaking out, going, "Ah, what happened?" And everybody was like, "Hey, hey, hey," because we all knew that he got kicked in the crotch. And we told him that when he fell, he hit his crotch against a desk when he fell down. He probably doesn't even know what happened. That same friend and a bunch of friends, we went to town one time And we used to take the marquees and we would change the words around. So it'd say like, you have anal fissures, we have the cure. Or, this horse is a gay filly, like you. Because this one sign for a veterinary clinic had a big fake horse up on the top. So that was our favorite target, to go change all the words around. And one night, in the middle of the night, we drove up to the sign and we were going to steal the words and then change them all around and put them back up. And I was riding in the back of the truck with that same friend who we used to pass out all the time. And we were having a good time until he was like, dude, we need to go home right now. And I was like, why? He said, don't worry about it. We need to go home right now. I said, we can't go home. We still have to do the sign. We got to figure out the wording. And finally he was like, okay, but you have to promise not to tell anybody. But I really need to go home because there's a problem. And I said, well, what's going on, buddy? And he said, well, you can't tell anybody, but I got diarrhea and I just crapped my pants. And we were like in high school. And so he was like panicking, saying, help me, don't tell anybody. And I guess the fact that I make this video means that, you know, friends tell secrets, but over several years later, they make funny drawings on YouTube. Does that make me a bad friend that I made this video? Well, I'm sorry, friend. I hope that we're still friends and that we can just remember the funny memories. Well, that's the end of this thought chain. I hope you like it and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It means a lot to me. It makes me real happy. Oh, Lancelot. Ta-da!